Good evening. I'm gonna get comfortable. And if you're able to join tonight, that would be awesome. But we're gonna talk about, let me move this a little closer. I'm outside sitting in my backyard and y'all see my garden right here. That's my garden, or part of it. And I'm gonna show y'all the rest of it because it's a whole lot. I got a whole lot of, let me see if I can show it to you all. I got a whole lot of plants out here. All of my plants. And my plants right there. And my she shed. And my garden. Okay, so I'm sitting outside today. About to have this live with you all. I'm gonna get comfortable, and if you could please let me know your first name and where you're coming to me from, what city, state, or country. Some of you are out of the country, which is awesome. I love having these conversations and have people from all over the world joining. Feels amazing. So name, first name only, and city, state, or country that you're coming to me from. All right, so we're going to have a tiny discussion, not a long discussion unless you all ask questions, but we're going to have a tiny discussion tonight about overfunctioning. And a lot of women believe that their giving and doing is somehow going to make a man love you, like you, want you. It's not. It's not. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but ladies, quite the opposite. If you want to garner a man's true time and attention and love and like and all of that, actually the less you give, the better. And that's simply how men and women are wired differently. So women are wired to believe, and this is why I'm here, because I'm here to help you undo that programming. So women are wired to believe that when they give and they do, that it's teaching the person how to give and do to them, right? Like, oh, if I do this nice thing and if I give and I do, I'm going to get that back. And in some regards, that's kind of how we've been taught. But men don't work that way. Men do not work that way. They will take and take and take and take and take, and you may not get much back. And if anything, if you make it too easy, he does not honor or cherish. He does not respect anything that he gets too easy. And I don't know why that's so hard for women to understand. Like, that is femininity 101, okay? You lean back, you love yourself, you know your worth, right? And you're not giving and doing seeking a specific outcome. And even for those ladies, and I've heard it all, okay? I've heard it all. Oh, I'm just a giver. I'm just a giver, Anita. You want to change who I am at my core. No, baby girl, you may be codependent. Like, that's what you're not owning. You may be codependent. You may be a people pleaser. You may be an approval seeker. So I'm just a giver. I'm just a, I like helping people. I'm just a helper. Yeah, I've heard it all. No, I'm here to tell you that if all that giving and that doing and that helping is not working, right? Then it's time to be more effective. And that's what a lot of women don't understand. What you're doing isn't working. I want you to be effective. And then I'm going to help you uncover some blocks that you have. Because a lot of people's giving and doing and overfunctioning, it's codependency. It's not from the, kindness of your heart. It's codependency. It's like, that's how I was wired. I was wired to believe that other people's needs matter more than my own. So I am giving and doing. But you deserve to get just as much as you give. And when you wake up to that, you'll say, okay, I'm going to do less. And see if, something comes toward me. Like, that's how you're going to start being. But this whole, I'm a giver, that's just, and you want to change me. Oh, I've coached those women. And then, of course, I've said, okay, how's that working for you? Doing all that giving. and you're not even in a committed relationship with this man, and you're cooking him food and taking it to him, and you're doing favors for him, and you're, doing little things, to help make his life easier. You're doing all these things. And then I say, is any of that coming back towards you? Is the man just genuinely interested in you? And if the answer is no, that's the answer. So there is a healthy balance that I'm trying to get everyone to. So I'm not leaning you on the side that says, oh, girl, you're the prize, and the man should do this and do that and do everything, and you should do nothing. You should be a stay-at-home wife, and you should sit at home and do absolutely nothing, and the man should pay all your bills, and you should have a housekeeper and a landscaper, and you shouldn't have to do anything. No, that's ridiculous. And not a whole lot of people are going to sign up for that. So no, I'm not telling you to fall on that side of the fence. I'm also not telling you to fall on the other side of the fence. So that martyrdom and, I've got to, kiss my man's butt and do everything for him, and I've got to be his helpmeet, and this, and you taking that and taking it to a twisted place, right? I've had other Christian women, well, I'm supposed to be his helpmeet. What are you saying, Anita? No, you're taking that to a twisted place. The idea is to help someone that is already doing something. Okay, so you're not bringing the ideas, you're not bringing everything to the party and then y'all have a party. No, that's not how that's supposed to work. So I want you to fall somewhere in the middle, because maybe you all don't know this, but when I'm dating a man and we're exclusively dating, when we are in a committed relationship, we do things for each other. I don't have a problem with doing things for the man that I am with. But here's a little tip that I have to tell all of my feminine energy women. I never outgive my man. Never. I never outgive my man. Not in dollar amount, not in whatever, amount of time it costs, not in the actual whatever is being given. I never outgive my man. I let him lead that exchange. I let him have a servant's heart. And I'm not even going to say let him. He does. He is a servant to me, right? Men love giving and doing because that is their natural state of being. They're the giver in sexual intimacy, right? And we are the receiver. Y'all, it's buggy out here, so excuse me if I fan. But ladies, you're out giving men. And you're making it so easy. It's hard to respect a woman that a man is like, oh yeah, she's going to come over and she's going to do this and she's going to do that. And here's what's so interesting. This is what women always tell me. Oh, my man loves it. And we don't have any problems in this and that. Okay, and that might be early in. Early in, that might be the case. But talk to me in 6 months. Talk to me in a year. Talk to me at year 2. It's so predictable. She's going to come over here and she's going to do this and that and the third. And, she's going to outgive me. She's going to outdo me. And I hate to break this to you, but the nature of men is to get it all and to pay 0. And if you give in to that, you're not earning that man's real love. You're not earning that man's real respect. You're not earning that man's real cherishing or devotion. You're not. Because he's like, yep. I am getting everything from her, and I'm barely having to lift a finger. Yeah. And guess what? You're going to be put in the placeholder position. A man is going to keep you around for as long as he feels like, until he meets the woman that's making him jump through hoops, until he meets the woman that's not outgiving and outdoing, that's impress me. And guess what? You're going to be sitting there with the broken heart and the empty pocketbook. Okay? So that's femininity 101. Do not outgive men, right? You may give back. I don't even initiate the giving. A man gives something to me or does something for me, and I reciprocate. Okay? I don't even initiate the giving, other than his birthday, Christmas, their Father's Day. But outside of that, I allow him to give and I give back. The formula is not hard, but it works. And I'm only teaching you things that I know work. That's it. And so for ladies who found themselves, I did all this stuff for a guy, and I babysat his kids, and I watched his dog and I cooked and cleaned and did all of this and he wound up with someone else. Okay, I'm trying to save you from that. I'm trying to make sure that that never happens again. And if anything, if that man were to walk away, you're not going to feel as angry because you will not have done all that. You're going to be like, oh, shucks, I thought that would have worked out. Oh, well. You're not going to have that bitter resentment because you gave and did and helped. You did everything and it still didn't get you the results that you wanted. So, all right, I'm going to look at some of these comments. All right. Hello. Okay. People pleasing, no good for sure. Took me many years to learn this. Respond. Oh, I'm 45 and no longer give. I respond. And while it's hard for me to lean back, I'm becoming better at it. These messages help so much. Thank you. Yes, please. Exactly. Elevate. Yes, please, ladies. Please, please, please. Good evening. All right. Yes, they won't appreciate it anymore. For sure. For sure. So if you want to be the feminine in your relationship, and remember this, the idea is that this is for your romantic relationship. Okay, we're hearing a lot of buzz about masculine and feminine, the energies, polarity, the yin, the yang. We're hearing about this. And when I'm talking about it, because this is one of the things that I personally specialize in, I'm talking about romantic relationship. So I am not feminine 100% of the time. I am not feminine in my business. I am not feminine with my children. I have to step up. I have to lead. So I do those things. I have to be focused and very directed. And, I have to do masculine things in my business with my children. There are certain situations that require me to get into my masculine energy. However, what I'm asking you to do is if you want a polarized relationship, and a polarized relationship means there is one of each. There is a predominantly masculine and a predominantly feminine person. And this is regardless of sex or gender. So if you're homosexual, there could be a woman that is predominantly masculine and a woman that is predominantly feminine. Or a man predominantly masculine, a man predominantly feminine. It doesn't matter about gender or sex. But this is what polarity is all about. You pick a side. You pick a side and you predominantly stay there. So 90% of the time in my romantic relationships, I am feminine. I am the feminine energy. It's very rare that in my romantic relationship, I say, I'm going to have to put on my masculine hat for this. My man asks me about something that, let's say, is in my wheelhouse. Oh, Anita, you know all about this. Can you help me with this? Or can you show me how to do this? Okay, that's the 10% that I will put on that masculine hat. And I will say, yes, you want to do this, you want to go here, you want to talk to this person, etc., etc. But 90% of the time, I am the girl. I am the girl. And that's the romantic relationship that I want. I want a juicy, sexy, full of spark, full of spice, full of, that sexy, sensual energy. That's the relationship that I want. I don't want a flat or combative relationship. I want a complementary relationship. And I encourage that other people have that too. And so you're going to have to pick a predominant side. You don't get to both be masculine. You don't get to both be feminine. That's called narcissism, right? When you want to be the 10 and you want the other person to be the 0. That's like, I want to play both sides of the fence. I want you to lead, and then I also want you to follow, I'm going to tell you what to do, and no, it doesn't work that way. In your romantic relationship, you must choose a predominant energy. I have already decided it's the feminine. That's what comes most natural to me. That's what feels good to me. I feel loved. I feel cherished. I feel the devotion of a strong masculine man when I am the girl. I don't want to be treated equal. I want to be treated special. Okay? Because a lot of women don't understand feminism is teaching you, we're all equal. We're all equal. Okay, but then in the next breath, protect women. No, we're all equal. We're all equal. So protect your damn self. Okay, that's what, we're all equal. Oh, and where are all the chivalrous men? What? Because we're all equal. You can open the door. You can open your car door. You can pay the bill. You can pull out your chair because we're all equal. No, I don't want to be equal. I want a relationship, a romantic relationship that is equitable. So we're not doing the same thing. We're not doing 50-50. I'm doing my part. He's doing his part. Together, it comes together and we make magic. It's magical. It's mystical, right? But feminism is telling you, we're all equal. It's a ball of confusion. It's a ball of confusion because we're all equal. A woman can do anything a man can do. And then the next thing you know, we're fighting for women's rights. Oh, I'm confused. I thought a woman and a man were the same. Why are we advocating for women's rights? I thought we're all the same. Like, I don't understand. Right? And since now men can have babies, and okay, we're all the same, right? So it's just nothing but confusion. I stand on the side of, you see what it is? You see I got the parts? Okay, then you know what it is. I don't use pronouns because you see what it is. Okay? I don't do that. What do you think it is? And people say, girl, woman. Okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. I am a proud woman. I am a proud mother. Okay? I am a proud daughter. I am a proud niece, right? Granddaughter. I am proud of that. And so, yes, I want to be treated special. I don't want to be treated equal. I want to be the girl. And I'm looking for a man, a masculine man, who wants to be of service. Okay? Because that's what I believe masculine men do. It doesn't mean they don't get what they want. Of course they do. Good men are taken care of so well by good women, for sure. All right, I'm going to look at some of your comments. I'm always in preservation, rest, and receiving mode. Then I give back a little. I think it's great for men, but bad for work. What do you think about that? So great for men, but bad for work. Yeah, because the truth of the matter is, work is a place where we can put on that masculine hat. You're allowed to wear that masculine hat at work, right? Because to be honest with you, now everyone at work is equal. Everyone at work is equal. So regardless of sex or gender, the idea is we're all coming to this place. We're all here to do a job. And so, yes, that is a place where we're all equal. But in my relationship, no, I want to be special. I want to be treated, special. I don't want to be equal to my man. And, if we're upstairs and a sound goes off downstairs, oh, it's your turn to go down. No, I want it always to be your turn. It's always the man's turn. Okay? So at work, it is different because we are all equal at work. I'm not sleeping with any of these people. I'm not sharing a bed with any of these people. I'm not sharing a life or a home with any of these people. We're all here to do a job. And yes, do I believe a woman is capable of doing the job and a man can do the job? Sure, that's at work. But what people want to do is they want to bring that home. And a woman in her masculine wants to tell her man what to do and tell her man when to do it and huff and puff and push back. She wants to be combative. She wants to always have something to say about everything. Y'all, sometimes it's just not worth the words. Like, there are plenty of times where I don't say anything because I'm like, why? Okay, no, heavy on the complimentary. Exactly. The book, Getting to I Do by Dr. Pat Allen talks a lot about this, Polarity. It's a great book. She is actually one of my mentors. So pre-pandemic, she and I used to talk on the phone maybe quarterly, every 3 months. And I would ask her questions. I talked with her about doing this work and perhaps writing a book, like kind of continuing her work. And then the pandemic hit. And then, I think we talked one more time over the phone, but I haven't been in contact with her in about 2 years. But yes, she's actually one of my mentors. Her book is on my reading list. Like, you've got to read that book. And even in that book, you have to pick a side. You're not allowed to have a foot on both sides. You need to decide, I'm going to be predominantly feminine. And here's the thing I'm going to tell you about both. So feminine energy, masculine energy. They both have their ups. They both have their downs. It's just like being a man and being a woman. It's hard to be a man. It's hard to be a woman. Men have it easy. Women have it easy. Like, we both have our cross to bear. But I choose the feminine. I choose the side that nature has chosen for me. And that is the feminine energy side. So you've got to decide that for yourself. If you're going to be predominantly masculine, and a lot of women are, that means you have to choose a feminine energy partner. That means you're going to be respected for your thinking. You're going to lead the relationship, and he's going to follow. If you do not want that, if that doesn't sound good to you, stay out of the masculine side of the fence. Okay? You cannot have it both ways. Sorry, not sorry. All right, I'm just waving to people as they're coming in. But yes, ladies, the overfunctioning, we really gotta watch out for that. And a lot of it, believe it or not, a lot of overfunctioning comes from something in our childhood, some form of trauma, some form of complex PTSD, where we felt like we had to prove ourselves. We have to prove ourselves. We have to prove that we're worthy of love. And you don't have to prove anything. You don't. I am lovable just sitting here. I am sitting out in my backyard in the woods, and I am lovable. I'm sitting here talking to you all, and I am lovable. When this live ends, I'm going to tend to my plant babies, and I am lovable. I'm going to go inside and have a couple of Oreos, and I am lovable. Like whatever it is I'm doing, okay, I am worthy of love. And I need you all to get to that point too, where you are not giving and doing in the hopes of winning someone over. I don't win people over. You either like it or you don't. Like, I'm good. I'm good. Now you got to get your self-esteem to the place where you can say that and mean it. I mean it. I mean it. If I lost followers tomorrow, I'm good. Life is good. I'm good. Y'all see what it is? I'm sitting back here. If I lost my whole platform, if I couldn't do this anymore, I'm good. I'm good. I got other things I could do. I got plenty other things that I could do to make my mark in this world. You got to get to that point where you do not feel as if you have to prove yourself. You have to prove that you're lovable, that you're good, that you're smart enough, that you're pretty enough, or whatever enough. You are enough. Okay, she says, you're so right. I've seen women really struggle that move in all areas of their life in their masculine space. Here's a big part of that as well. Women have been wounded. They are deeply, deeply wounded. And so they put on this masculine armor and they get comfortable. They get comfortable in that space. I know I did. There was a time where I put on that masculine armor. I got comfortable because I was like, you know what? It feels safe in here. It's predictable. I know what's going to happen. I'm controlling everything. And then I got exhausted. I could not connect with a good masculine man. I was like, I think this is me. I think this is me. And I said, I want to be vulnerable. I want to be soft and sweet. Y'all, the birds are going crazy out here. I want to have a man who wants to give and do for me. And I want to be able to lay back and enjoy that. So yeah, I quickly ran back to the other side of the fence. But the truth is, a lot of women, especially single mothers, single women-headed households, right? We take on so much and we keep all these plates, we're juggling all these plates. And it's exhausting. It's exhausting. So when you're with men, and I don't care whose man it is. I don't care if it's the next door neighbor. I don't care if it's your brother, your father, your child's father, or whoever. I need you to be the softest, sweetest, most damsel's distress in your life. As soon as a man comes in anywhere near me, I'm like, oh, can you get that? Oh, What do you think about the proving being the other way around, where the man is proving to the woman? I think it's natural. A man's ego, it's very natural for him to want to, it's like what peacocks do, right? Peacocks, they're going to show off their feathers. I think that's totally natural for men. It's unnatural for women to do that. You're actually completely out of your natural element doing that, but it's very natural for men. That's what their ego needs. They need to primp and, peacock around and they're going to talk about all the stuff that they have and all the stuff that they're doing. Like, that's totally natural for a man. Totally natural. So I think that's just in the nature of a man. But ladies, you are enough. If you've never heard that, you've heard it now. You are enough just as you are. You're still working on yourself. You're still growing. I'm not telling you to stop growing and stop being better. But as of right now, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you are enough. And you've got to believe that. You've got to be willing to breathe that in and believe it. Okay? Keep working, keep growing, keep leveling up, but also keep believing that you're amazing. Okay? That's super, super important. Do not overfunction. And especially if you tend to overfunction, and then when you don't get that coming back at you, you're bitter, you're resentful, right? You start, you get so mad and you get so resentful and oh my gosh, I do so much. If you've ever found yourself saying that, you're overgiving. You're overgiving and overdoing. So don't do that to yourself. If you have not joined me on YouTube, please head over to the YouTube channel. Check out all the free videos and free courses and everything. I've had people DMing me about working with me as a coach, and maybe, those prices are out of their price range. You know what, y'all? You can go over to YouTube for free and look at the 280 some videos there. And trust me, one of those podcast episodes or videos is going to address something that you need to hear. So there you go. Free coaching over on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel. If you're watching videos, please give them a thumbs up. It helps so much with the algorithm. I'm working on the algorithm over there. So thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going inside because I'm sweating out here. It is so humid right now. Y'all see me? Y'all see that? I'm looking moist. So I'm going inside to sit under the cool, but I'm, taking my drink with me, and I'm probably going to do my toenails because I didn't go to get my pedicure and I need to get my toes done, but I'm probably just going to do my toenails. And I'm going to watch a show, and I'm probably going to go to bed early because I have a 11, 12-hour day tomorrow. So I got a long day tomorrow, y'all, long day tomorrow. But thank you, ladies, so much for joining me out here in my beautiful oasis, my outdoor oasis. I love it outside. Everybody knows that. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. And as always, stay open to love.